Hi, Yoav, and welcome to this week's Top 5 Security Facts. We're going to start with the big one. A U.S. Special Forces raid in northwestern Syria targeted the leader of the jihadist group Islamic State. President Biden, Vice President Harris, and members of the President's National Security Team observed the counterterrorism operation responsible for removing from the battlefield Abu Ibrahim al-Hashimi al-Qurashi, the leader of ISIS, a White House statement said. Several reports from U.S. officials are indicating that the ISIS leader might have blown himself up and several members of his family. Syrian first responders said that 13 people, including 6 children, were killed in the opposition-held town of Atma. It was the biggest U.S. raid in the country since 2019. All Americans involved in the operation have returned safely, U.S. President Joe Biden added. And the defense ministry in the United Arab Emirates said they intercepted and destroyed 3 hostile drones in their airspace in the early morning. Notably, this time an Iraqi-based militant group took responsibility for the attack. 3 previous strikes were carried out against the UAE over the last month, all perpetrated by Yemen's Houthis, supported by Iran, one of which killed 3 people. In response to the growing threat, this week the United States said it is sending fighter jets and an additional naval deployment to assist the United Arab Emirates. Meanwhile, in Israel, Benny Gantz has revealed that Israel offered assistance to the Lebanese army 4 times over the past year, including this past week. The defense minister did not specify the reaction of the Lebanese army to the assistance or what kind of help was provided, subjects that could be highly sensitive. He was speaking virtually to a conference in Tel Aviv.
It's important to clarify. Lebanese citizens are not our enemies. Therefore, 4 times this year, including last week, I offered aid to Lebanon through an offer transmitted to UNIFIL.
And the IDF says that shots were fired from a passing car on Wednesday at soldiers stationed near Nablus, guarding roads connecting to local Israeli communities. The military said that no soldiers were injured in the shooting and a search is underway for the attackers. This incident follows an uptick in attacks in the area in recent weeks, including drive-by shootings on troops and civilians. And the latest on the NSO spyware scandal. Israeli media reported that police hacked into the phone of a key witness in the criminal cases against Benjamin Netanyahu. According to Israel's Channel 13 News, the person may have been the longtime confidant of the Prime Minister, Shlomo Filber. The former Director General of the Communications Ministry is a state witness in one of the graft cases. These reports come amidst accusations that police have repeatedly used the hacking software from the NSO group and others to break into citizens' phones illegally. Meanwhile, in a stunning admission, the FBI is confirming that it obtained the Pegasus software, suggesting that it bought access to the Israeli surveillance tool to, quote, stay abreast of emerging technologies and tradecraft. The Bureau claimed it has never used Pegasus in any FBI investigation. That's it for this week, but stay tuned for the top security news from all around the world.